gathering place where doctors are presenting their case for why the nation's lockdown to fight coronavirus has been a medical disaster.
We're looking at an increase in tens or hundreds of thousands of just suicides alone from the increased unemployment.
Cases of depression or drug abuse that were in check have gotten worse. We're seeing that all over the country, every town, every city.
They say of coronavirus,
the message has been disseminated that this is some terrible infection that is a killer, that everybody is at risk of dying.
10 times as many people die from other things on any given day.
But we know that 99.7% of people that get infected with COVID survive.
The risk of death in children from flu, seasonal flu, is 20 to 30 times higher than that of the coronavirus. And yet we have never closed schools. We have never asked children or teachers to wear masks. In my opinion, this is child abuse. I am absolutely appalled, and I think it makes no scientific or rational sense whatsoever.
We cannot lock up our young generation in the house for the next 12 or 18 months while we're waiting for a vaccine.
First of all, there has never been a successful coronavirus vaccine. Never.
Some 1,200 doctors are involved in the Second Opinion Project. Many tell of people who died because they were too scared to go to the hospital.
He declined because he was afraid he would catch the virus. He basically waited till the last minute. 911 was called, EMS showed up, and he arrested right there, had CPR, and didn't make it.
And as he got weaker and weaker, they didn't know what to do because they were getting constant bombardment from the news saying, stay home, don't go to the hospital, you're going to get COVID. We coded him for about 30 minutes, and he passed away.
Even Dr. Fauci has warned lockdowns could cause irreparable damage.
This is not a money for lives situation. This is a lives for lives situation.
These doctors, representing more than 21,000 years of practice, have even written to the White House to warn of the millions of casualties to come because of the lockdowns.
Coronavirus, the original epicenter, China, is appearing to take advantage of the global distraction, as David Culver now reports.
Touting what it is calling a success in containing the novel coronavirus outbreak, China is now shifting its focus to military preparedness, making what some U.S. military experts perceive to be power moves on multiple fronts.
The American military in the Pacific is approaching this as a very significant, growing security threat to our interests in the region, and with good reason.
A Chinese military expert is even warning that a direct conflict is possible between China and the U.S.
The two sides, if not managed well, there will be accidental fire of such confrontation might lead to spiral tension or lead to the edge of a full-fledged confrontation.
China is flexing its military muscle, trialing its new aircraft carrier at sea a few weeks ago, and last year parading some of its latest missile technology through Beijing. President Xi Jinping addressed China's National People's Congress last month, saying China should comprehensively strengthen the training of troops and combat preparedness. In recent weeks, Chinese troops were sent to China's border with India, the two countries disputing territorial claims. Government-controlled media releasing these images of China's military in action. And last year, Chinese paramilitary troops mobilizing to the border with Hong Kong. A not-so-veiled threat against the city months after pro-democracy protests, which led to Beijing imposing new national security laws for the semi-autonomous territory. But among the areas most concerning for the U.S. and its allies, the South China Sea. China claims these waters as sovereign territory within a designated boundary, which an international tribunal has dismissed as without legal basis. Nevertheless, China's built up its naval presence here. It's constructed islands where recent satellite images appear to show more permanent military bases. Some Southeast Asian nations have alleged China has even harassed foreign vessels carrying out oil exploration and fishing. What's happened out there in recent months is most alarming to the U.S., its allies, and other Asian countries. They see it as China using this moment, when other countries are distracted with their own coronavirus outbreaks, to become increasingly aggressive.